Get my camera on.
Okay. Video.
Ready, go.
Ready?
Yeah.
Ready. Thank you all for coming to celebrate my dad's retirement. I guess I've been turned out to be the entertainment for the afternoon, so hope you all enjoyed it. Fresh from the Atlantic. I thought I would start by going back in time. It's 1966, and a young resident enters the U.S. with $8 in his pocket. He's just had quarantine in Rome because he had forgotten his x-rays. But he had one strong vision, and that was the American dream. He worked hard, he took risks, he slept in hospitals, and then he met a beautiful woman, and the rest was history. He learned many life lessons along the way. I remember one very funny story my mom told me when I was telling her about the house project that I'm doing right now, in which I said I had no money. She said, we bought a house, we moved to the suburbs, we didn't realize we needed cars, and we had $30 in our bank account and no credit cards. I thought, I don't think I'm doing so bad.
Rakhi, I have to put in, that's why she joined the kitty 40 years later.
That's a good one.
Well, Dad, you did it. You made it through 45 years of serving difficult patients with the utmost dedication by giving the best care you possibly could. And it worked. You built a thriving practice where the patients loved and worshipped you, a place where your staff and drug reps adored you, and you built a strong brand which made all the doctors around you respect you. People called you Dr. Wonderful, and it wasn't for nothing. You took the role of a carer much more seriously than even some of your patients' family and friends. You made them feel like somebody cared, and often went beyond the call of duty. Many of them thought of you as someone very close to them, like a dear friend or family. Somebody who listened to them, somebody who respected them, somebody who treated them with empathy. Even if they couldn't pay you, you still treated them. Being a businesswoman, I said, Dad, that is the wrong model. And they rewarded you with years and years of loyalty and kindness. They showered you with gifts, homemade craft goods, baked goods. They put so much time and effort into everything they did to show you their appreciation. I remember when I used to work in my dad's office during the summer holidays, he used to ask me to come and help support the secretaries. It was an amazing experience to see him in action. I shortly realized after a couple of hours on my first day that my dad was indeed a celebrity. His patients, his staff, in fact, anyone he had contact with was in awe of him immediately.
Wow.
My dad, Ved P. Gupta, the man, the myth,
Where is the man
the
right
legend. You ask why? Because he always made them feel good, even if he couldn't take the pain away, or actually improve the way they were feeling physically at that very moment. He would make them feel mentally better by complimenting them, by asking them about their lives, by sharing his life with them. And it became a vicious circle. It made him feel really good too. And it worked like a charm. They left feeling better and they kept coming back. Even if nothing changed physically, they were happy.
Good business! Good business!
I couldn't believe the power my father had on these people. I thought, our gene pool better be pretty strong. I'm sure I'm going to inherit this magic. So now, moving on, let's look at Dad at your retirement. It's a pretty big deal. You've got to start and have a game plan from the start and make sure that you get the most out of it. So I, of course, want to help you do that. But sadly, I know nothing about retirement. So what does a strategist do in this situation? Well, you base your findings on research and data. So I went out into the field and I spoke to lots of people. I asked colleagues who'd retired, parents of friends to get answers, and here's what I found out. Okay, Dad, the bad news first. According to the latest figures in the Financial Times, that's the FT, that's what we read on my side of the pond. If you retire today, you can live really, really comfortably until precisely 2 p.m. next Wednesday. Now, Mom, I know you're thinking I should have told you that before you had the party. Sorry about that. I asked Brian's grandmother, who's been retired now for 15 years, and has a lot of experience being retired, and I said, what should I tell my dad? And she said, 3 things happen when you get to retirement age. First, your memory starts to go. And she paused. And then I said, and what else? And she said, I forgot. said, first you forget people's names, then you forget their faces, then you forget to zip up your fly, then you forget to unzip your fly.
We are all there.
One of your very close friends said, happiness is taking early retirement and spending all of my kids' inheritance before I die.
That's your mom.
And another friend said, the worst thing about having retirement is having to drink tea or coffee on your own time. And given you guys drink so much tea, that's not very good. And then I asked another friend's mom whose husband retired before she did. And she said, tell your mom to watch out. A retired husband is a wife's full-time job. She gets twice the husband and only half the income. Finally, I thought I would leave you with the top 10 things, Dad, that you might have to look forward to in the coming years. Number 1, you and your teeth might not sleep together.
Not way.
You better fix that one.
Number two, you may try to straighten out the wrinkles in your socks, only to discover that you aren't wearing any. At the breakfast table in the morning, you might hear snap, crackle, pop, but not be eating cereal. Your idea of a good night out might be just sitting on the patio. Well, maybe not in your case, but your friends, that your pharmacist will become everyone's new best friend. It will take you twice as long to look good. You may step off the curb and look down, and then just check one more time to make sure the street's still there. Getting lucky means that you actually remember where you left your car. The twinkle in your eye is merely a reflection of your bifocals. And number 1.
Actually, Rakhi will be staying over with us tonight.
Just in case.
Your luggage is on curbside, Rakhi.
And number 1 is you have more hair in your ears and your nose than on your
Rakhi, I only have one thing to say. We may be getting older in some parts, but we are very young at heart.
Yeah.
So I thought we would be doing a toast, but we're not. So I would just ask everybody to stand up in honor of my dad, Dr. Ved Prakash Gupta, the man, the myth,
The man
the
of the day.
legend. May your retirement years be as sweet and prosperous as the wonderful career you've just left. And may your contagious kind spirit never die. I'm more excited than ever that you're retiring because I'm very much looking forward to all of that babysitting you've been promising.
Mom can't retire now, according to what Rakhi's now.
That was awesome. Very good.
Mine is going to Rakhi, very nice.
I just wanted to welcome everybody, and I want